guest today, don't we, Rick Tony?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
we got coached by B. We got Dr. Barbara Lash. Dr. Barbara Lash with the Speak-Offs right here in Vegas. This is the second annual Dr. Barb Speak-Offs. So Dr. Barb, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. We had an amazing event yesterday. We had 4 NFL legends, 5 NFL wives and significant others, and we teamed up with UNLV Athletics.
Oh man!
And we had 6 student athletes from all different sports, and Lululemon on Miracle Mile actually donated pants to them. So they tested the pants out in advance, and they did product pitches on stage.
Oh my God!
They used their sport. Like we had soccer players, we had not a cheerleader, pom squad. We had a football player. It was like so awesome to see these young adults use their voice. And then our wives and significant others were amazing storytellers, and the athletes, the dudes.
Oh yeah!
Every kind of public speaker you could think of, we saw on that stage, and it was like awesome.
So who'd you have on the panel?
So Andre Fluellen, he actually won.
Oh wow! Okay.
We had Josh Lambo.
Oh yeah, Josh.
Alden Smith.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and Usama Young.
Oh man, a great panel. And what were some of their experiences? Because with Coach by Barb, you know, you're working with athletes, but you're working on elevator pitches, public speaking, and what were some of the topics in which you were able to help them speak about?
So it kind of ran the gamut from their own experiences in the league and outside of the league, as well as some people that they've encountered over the years. Usama Young is such a great storyteller, so he talked about a story from his youth because he has lots of brothers. I think there's 6 of them total, so he talked about that. Alden talked about his personal experience in and out of the league. Josh talked about being a pro soccer player as well as a pro NFL player, and now he's really like stepping up and doing more of those corporate talks. And Andre, who stole the show because he won the prize, he just had a really cool story about his experience in the league from the perspective of another person that he encountered most of his career. So it was nice. It was good. Yeah.
So when it comes to public speaking, how do you feel it ties into the NFL's presence?
Oh my gosh, I feel like, the guys have such amazing opportunities. Their energy needs to be on their sport, right? That's how they pay the bills. But they have so many opportunities, whether they ask for them or not, to kind of be in that spotlight. So one of the things that I learned in my PhD program, just in interviewing 30 NFL players, black NFL players from humble beginnings, is that whatever happens after football is really important to them. So my role, I feel like, what God put in my heart is to help them learn how to use their voice, share their story in a way so when they're done playing, maybe there's some of these Fortune 500 companies knock on the door and say, hey, remember you came and volunteered and talked here, or we saw you speak there? We'd love for you to come in and talk about how to apply teamwork in our setting, right? Things that you did on the field, how we can do that in our workplace to make our communication better. So giving them opportunities, hopefully, that they can use after their sport. Even in the off season, it's a pretty robust off season, especially for the NFL to make that money.
Absolutely, that's how it's always been. And we just want to know, this is the second annual Speak-Off, so
we gotta say Dr. Barb Speak-Off. There's
Barb,
another one out there.
Dr. Barb Speak-Off.
Yes.
So
Dr. Lash.
Dr. Barb Speak-Off, and it's going to be next year in New Orleans. I know you guys are already planning.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's going to be bigger and better. And can you just tell us where our listening audience can find you?
Yeah, so my information on Instagram is Celebrity Media Coach. And then the Speak-Off, which will have information leading up to it, is Dr. Barb, B-A-R-B, speakoff.com.
And of course, Dr. Barb, this lastly, you touched on it earlier, but what role has your faith, led you? How's your faith impacted you in this area that you're in now?
In this season, I love that. It's kind of, it's the foundation, but it also, I call them God winks, right? Like the fact that Lululemon decided to donate the pants for the student athletes, that's a God wink. We didn't have that level of sponsorship last year. Amazon was one of our sponsors. The NFLPA came through. We had tights. We had Pink Sapphire events. We had, my company was a sponsor, Coached by B. E-Bars, this nutritional bar company for like authentic, organic organic energy bars. And I feel like I'm missing somebody, and I don't want to do that. But it was just really cool to lean into it. And quite frankly, the first year, because the winners win a prize for their nonprofit of choice, I funded that. My company funded that the first year. So it was really nice to have sponsorship. Pulse Vodka was another one, Tykes, UNLV, right? Like, from going to Dr. Barb sponsoring this own event to like all these, major companies, Amazon, hello, Lululemon, NFLPA, E-Bars.
Major players.
So fulfilled. And then to see the impact, because that was the biggest thing. I know we got to wrap. If I could just leave you with one thing, the whole point is once you own your voice and story, no one can take it from you. And the fact that these individuals got on stage and shared their stories, like the stuff that people said to me and them afterwards spoke life into this speaking career potentially for them, and the impact, how people were just like moved by some of these stories, and the wives, how they support and hold down the families while the athletes and these student athletes stepping up. They had 90 seconds, and a lot of them were just like, I've never done this before. So it was opportunity, and they took advantage of it.
Absolutely. Dr. Barb Lash, coached by Barb, Dr. Barb Speak-Offs.
I know so many names.
But so many names with great content. Thank you so much, Dr. Lash, for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Picture?
Yes, of course.
We're going to take it right in front of us back
Yeah, back there. There you go.